Okay, hello, my name is Johnny Elmer and I'm studying to be your Vice President in this year's SU elections. Firstly, I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. I'm a Level 4 Drama and Performance student who has 3 years experience in one of QMU's SU's biggest societies, which is called Web Theatre Company. I feel that this experience has helped me to understand that a communicative, procedural and professional working relationship with the QMU SU is essential. It has also helped me to understand not just the working relationship between the students and the SU, but also, just as importantly, the relationship between the representative SU and also the university itself. These, I feel, are key transferable skills needed for this role. If I was elected as your VP, I would consider these 3 areas as major importance, to be of major importance. Sports and societies, student representation and the student experience. Firstly, I would be looking to support the current sports and societies by actively promoting them both internally and externally off campus. I'm making sure to review the current Startup Sports Society system to ensure that it is as accessible as it possibly can do for the student body. I want to be able to create a training guide that is specifically designed for board members of both sports and societies to ensure maximum learning and experiential potential from within, but also the fluidity of the management style and procedures of the SU. As your potential VP, I would want to ensure and maintain a relationship with students that is productive, honest and open. I will aim to further develop publications such as So Magazine to not only create a platform for students, but also results to which the students can go to ensure the accountability and transparency of its students' union. Finally, to make sure that your union provides its members with what it wants, I will review in cooperation with the student the improvement/suggestions process for not only the SU but the bar and the events that it holds. I have the experience to be your Vice President, I have the commitment to be your Vice President, and finally I have the loyalty to you to be your Vice President, that is, so that I am transparent and accountable. Thank you very much. Thank you. In my manifesto, I haven't actually specifically mentioned that I would want to redesign the SU. However, if it was something that the student body would want, it has just been refurbished in Mike and Melvin's term, then it is something that would have to look for. It would be fundraising via the SU and maybe even incorporating that into the sports and societies themselves. For the second question, a lot of the candidates, yes, this year are male. I think it's about appealing to those female students that are out there right now on the spot. Thinking about it, I can't think of any specific ways to do that, but we need to make it more accessible for every single student in the university rather than just maybe a select selection of people. For the third one, in my speech just there, I have said that I want to use publications such as So Magazine to make sure that it is a go-to place for students to see how transferable and to make the union more transparent. So everything that the union is doing for you is communicated out through the publications such as So Magazine. Thank you. Okay, so the course that I'm on, I'm talking a lot about it, however, it is very integral to the first question that was raised. That is, theatre has no funding whatsoever, so throughout the course we're constantly trying to find new ways of finding funding and finding funding to put on the things that we are passionate about. So I would want to take those skills and make them transferable into the role that I'm going into to make sure that I'm using the same kind of skills to make sure that I can find this funding in a creative and productive way. Second question, I'm going to try and merge the 2 questions together. I've pointed out in my speech that the review process that is currently underway in the Students' Union and for Maggie's itself, I want to review. I want to find out what the students want to do and how they best want to do it. So by reviewing this kind of system, hopefully I'll be able to get a broader kind of perspective from the students about what will make this bar more comfortable and more kind of enjoyable to be around with friends, and also what will make this bar more lively during the week. Also, the publications, I keep on talking about this again, but if we can really push the SU out through publications, then hopefully we can... Thank you, Quentin. Thank you. Okay, so the course that I'm on, I'm talking a lot about it, however, it is very integral to the first question that was raised. that is, theatre has no funding whatsoever, so throughout the course we're constantly trying to find new ways of finding funding and finding funding to put on the things that we are passionate about. So I would want to take those skills and make them transferable into the role that I'm going into, to make sure that I'm using the same kind of skills to make sure that I can find this funding in a creative and productive way. Second question, I'm going to try and merge the three questions together. I've pointed out in my speech that the review process that is currently underway in the Students' Union and for Maggie's itself, I want to review. I want to find out what the students want to do and how they best want to do it. So by reviewing this kind of system, hopefully I'll be able to get a broader kind of perspective from the students about what will make this bar more comfortable and more kind of enjoyable to be around with friends, and also what will make this bar more lively during the week. Also, the publications, I keep on talking about this again, but if we can really push the SU out through publications, then hopefully we can...
Thank you, Quentin.
Thank you. Okay, so the first one, achievements. I got the Disc Award at last year's Grand Ball, which is for dedication to the society itself. Also, I received a Service to the Community Award back in my hometown, which is in St Andrews. So hopefully I would like to think that because of these awards, like, I've got the kind of commitment, I've got the dedication there, but also I can obviously kind of put myself out there to help others and to make sure that they get what they want. In terms, oh yeah, I also have a pilot's license that can play, if that goes into it. So time management, currently this semester, I'm doing 4 shows, 2 I'm directing, 2 I'm assistant directing. I'm currently doing dissertation, I'm doing another 2 modules. That for me, oh yeah, and standing for Vice President. So that for me, I think kind of shows in some way my time management, because it's all about organisation, it's all about knowing where you're coming into it and who you need to see, and having it planned out before you actually go and do it. So yeah, thank you. Okay, so in terms of promoting KMU externally, I think sports and societies wise, as that was within my remit, it's getting out the sports societies known and getting them at the open day so that people can see that what the union are doing for their student experience as a whole. Also, social media, I think, is a really good thing. We've got quite a lot of social media out there on Facebook and Twitter, etc. But as I was saying, pushing out some YouTube channels, making sure that we're reaching a wider audience than what we're already doing. In terms of NUS and engaging with NUS, as I was saying previously, the development of my review/suggestions process and getting out to students to know what the issues are with the students, so that we can then take them forward, whoever the vice and the president may be, so that we can then represent them in a full way with the NUS. In terms of the, where is the last thing? Everybody knowing what everyone wants to know at the FU at the same time. So again, So Magazine pushing out there. Melvin's done a good thing this year by putting out a booklet that tells you about everything that's happening at the SU, financial breakdowns, everything. I think it's a really good thing to push it up. Thank you. So just to start with, I'm going to tell you what I said at the end of my speech. I have the experience to be your Vice President, I have the commitment to be your Vice President, and I have the loyalty to you to be and to represent you as your Vice President in a transparent and accountable way. I think one of the main questions that came up that I think is very applicable to me is the business skills question from Yasha. I think that the skills, the transferable skills I'm learning from my course will put me in the best kind of position to take this union forward and to manage this union in the best way possible, and that is representing you guys in the best possible way. Thank you very much. Johnny Elmer, Vice President.